What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to a brand new episode of my FIFA 13 X-Players squad builder. Today we're going to be building a squad out the X-Players of Sunderland. So let's get straight into the manager and the formation we're going to be playing. So the manager is going to be Sam Allardyce. He actually played for Sunderland. I couldn't find any other managers, so he actually played for Sunderland. So he was a ex-player turned manager. So I'm going to put him into the team. And as you can see, the formation is going to be 4-3-1-2. And let's get into some of the players. I'm not sure if I've actually got the players in the right formation, but I know in goal I have Sorensen, the currently second, or is it second? Yeah, I think it may be the second Stoke keeper. I may have got that wrong. But he cost me 2,500 coins, which is kind of expensive, but that is because he is a 74 rated Barclays Premier League keeper, and he's actually a fairly decent keeper from his stats, as you can see there. His handling is slightly low, but he's still a fairly decent keeper. Moving on to the right back, I think we have a silver player, and that is Halford. Yep, Halford, and he currently plays for Nottingham Forest. He cost me 600 coins, and again, he's a fairly slow right back. He's probably better as a centre back, 6'4" right back. That's because of his pace is fairly slow. So he's an alright player, his pace just lets him down. Moving on to the other centre-backs, the first player is going to be this player here, Collins. He plays for, Nottingham Forest as well, and he cost me 250 coins. He, again, his pace just lets him down. I'm not going to say anything else. Moving on to the second centre-back, we're going to have this player, Craddock. He currently plays for Wolves, and he again cost me 200 coins, and his pace is just horrible. 33 pace. Why are you even in this game? And moving on to the final player, we're going to have this player. It's a is it a goal player? I think goal player, which is going to be Kieran Richardson. He's played for quite a few teams in his life, but he cost me 750 coins, and I actually really like playing with him. He's an all-round decent player, as you can see from his stats, 85 pace, and the rest of his stats are in the 70s, apart from heading, and that's mainly because he is a fairly small player. So moving on to the midfield, the first player is going to be, I don't think we've actually got any goal players, so that was accidental. But the first player is going to be a silver player, which is going to be this player here, Ledbitter. He currently plays for Middlesbrough, and he cost me 150 coins. And all of his stats are in the 60s, so he's a fairly decent player. Moving on to the holding centre mid, we have a goal player, and that is Whitehead, who now plays for Stoke. And he cost me 400 coins, which he's an alright player. He's one of those discard players in Barclays Premier League team. As you can see there, he's probably better as a holding centre mid from his high defending stats and passing. And moving on to the final player in the midfield, I really need to learn the players before I do one of these. We're going to have Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool centre mid, who scored 2 goals yesterday and had a pretty decent game. He cost me 20,250 coins, and he's a really good centre mid in the BPL. As you can see there, from fairly decent stats. I definitely recommend picking up. He's got a decent shot on him as well. And moving on to the attack force of the team, this holding centre forward is going to be Kenwyne Jones, another Stoke player. That is 3 Stoke players now. But he cost me 900 coins. I moved him down from a striker into a centre forward, and I think he's probably more better there just because he's a bit slower and wins balls in the air. Moving on to the attackers, the first one is going to be Darren Bent. Currently plays for Aston Villa, and he's a really good striker. I've said quite a bit about him. Really enjoy using him, and for 1,000 coins, I definitely recommend picking him up. And the final player of the team is going to be a silver player, and that is Chopra. Currently plays for Ipswich in the Empower Championship, and he cost me 800 coins. And he was a fairly decent striker in his time. I think he's fairly old now. But he was a decent striker, but I don't think he ever made it to the top clubs of the Barclays Premier League. But guys, this is the team. It cost me about 27,700 coins, and Jordan Henderson making 20,000 of that. So it's a fairly cheap team, should I say, apart from Jordan Henderson. Obviously, we've got 100 chemistry, big Sam Allardyce there boosting that up. We've got quite a few players in 9 chemistry, other than the ones in the wrong position. I think in the bottom right, there is some glitches in the bottom right, and the goalkeeper does have 6. But Allardyce boosts that up. So guys, this is the team. If you got any suggestions, remember to put that in the comments. I enjoy reading and see if I've missed any players. Hit that like button and subscribe for the ex-players of Swansea. This has been Chronic Rush. Till next time, adios.